How to handle nested entities in named entity recognition. Imagine reading a sentence and finding a person's name inside a company name or a location within an organization. That's what nested entities are in natural language processing. They make recognizing entities more tricky because they overlap or sit inside each other. Traditional models usually look for one entity at a time, but nested entities requiring a different approach. So, how do we handle this complexity? Let's explore some methods that make this possible. One way is to use constituency parsing models. These models turn sentences into tree structures, like family trees, where each node is an entity or phrase. This helps the model see which entities are inside others. For example, in the phrase Bank of China, the tree would show Bank of China as one entity and China as a nested entity inside it. This method makes it clear how entities relate to each other. Another approach is span-based methods. Instead of looking at words one by one, these models consider all possible groups of words or spans in a sentence. Each span is then classified as an entity or not. Because spans can overlap, this naturally supports nested entities. For example, in Harvard University Hospital, the model can identify Harvard University as one entity and hospital as another, overlapping span. This method is flexible and works well with complex sentences. Holistic structure parsing is another technique. It models the entire nested structure at once, often using graphs or hierarchies. These models look at the bigger picture, considering how entities connect across the whole text. They might use statistical measures like pointwise mutual information to understand how words tend to group together, helping the model recognize nested entities more accurately. Deep learning architectures also play a role. Hierarchical neural networks or hypergraph models are designed to learn relationships between nested entities. They build representations that reflected how entities are layered or overlap, making it easier for the system to identify complex structures. Handling nested entities is especially useful in fields like medicine, law, or news, where texts often contain overlapping or embedded entities. For example, a medical report might mention a disease that includes a gene name as a nested entity. Recognizing both accurately helps in building knowledge graphs or answering detailed questions. Advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning show how models are getting better at understanding language structure. Tools like ChatGPT use attention mechanisms that could be adapted to recognize nested entities. Productivity plugins that analyze text can also benefit from these methods, providing more precise information extraction from complicated documents. Ethical considerations are important too. Improving nested entity recognition means handling sensitive data carefully. Models must be trained responsibly to avoid mistakes that could misidentify or misuse personal or confidential information. Ensuring fairness and privacy is key when deploying these systems. In summary, managing nested entities in named entity recognition involves moving beyond simple, flat models. It uses parsing techniques, span classification, and advanced neural networks to understand the layered and overlapping nature of language. These methods help AI systems extract more detailed and accurate information from complex texts, opening doors to better applications across many fields.